You ever noticed how people from your past, old friends, old coworkers, even family, only see the version of you that they remember? They treat you like the person that you used to be, even though you clearly changed. You can put in real work on yourself. You can grow, you can improve, you can even move differently. And somehow people will still treat you like the version that they're comfortable with. Today, I'm going to talk about my personal experience with it and explain why I think people be doing this. When you grow up around certain people, they lock you into a version of yourself. That's how they look at you. It's locked. It doesn't have to be good or bad. It's just old. For example, when I was a kid, I was short, skinny, and always had a runny nose. Years later, people bring it up like I was supposed to stay that way forever. To be real, I get it. People cling to what feels familiar. So if they're used to seeing you as fat, poor, skinny, nerdy, awkward, or even lame, that's often how they'll continue to treat you and see you, even after you've grown past it. You can see this all the time, in real life and online. It happens. Yeah, you remember that clip of Michael B. Jordan? No. You remember that clip of a girl he used to go to high school with? They were on the red carpet, and she was talking to another girl. And she was talking about times that they used to clown him, roast him, make fun of him, clown him, and call him corny. And when he heard that part, okay, mind you, this is on the red carpet of his first movie that he ever directed, Creed 3. But instead of focusing on, hey, we used to go to high school together, we're cool, or remember me, it was more, she stuck on just, hey, we used to clown this guy. And when he heard the corny part, he's like, yo, who said corny? And notice how she like clung to the past. She just clung to like the version of Michael that she knew and that used to clown on and make fun of him. And another thing I noticed is like, even if you level up, even if you do it publicly, privately, when people like can see the results, but they still cling on to that old version of you in their head. And some people just refuse to like see the new version that's in front of them and let's cling to like, oh, this guy used to be this, so I'm going to treat him like this. Another reason people do this is because most of them are just focused on their own lives. It's real. So if little Timmy with the stutter from 8th grade is suddenly giving speeches about why he should be mayor of your city 20 years later, it can throw some people off. It challenges the story that they've already written about you in their heads. And everyone doesn't know how to process that. In my experience, whenever I do run into someone from high school, I already know, and I know what they're gonna say. They be seeing stuff like, it's either this, damn Brandon, you got big as hell, you got buff as hell, bro, you been working out? Or like, Brandon, is that you? Where are your glasses? You don't wear glasses anymore? Bro, it's like, you never heard of contacts, bro? Gotta be wearing them like cheap glasses that my mom could afford all my life. But it'd be like that, bro. But I do know it's an icebreaker. But my issue with it is, why stay there? You constantly bring it up. Sometimes you joke about it. Low key, you be sneak dissing about it. But instead of acknowledging it, you're just like, all right, I'm going to stick with that, instead of like focusing on or moving on to like who you are now as a person. This happens with family too. I'm Jamaican, so I'm gonna throw some subtitles up for this part. If you don't understand, I'll just throw it somewhere. You ever had a Jamaican uncle that you haven't seen in years and he goes, hold on there, he used to grow my hand, Brandon, you turn big man now. Remember when you and your brothers piss up bed there? Like, I get it, but relax. Relax, I get it. People hold on to old versions of you because it's comfortable for them. A few years back, I had a serious falling out with one of my older brothers. I'm not going to go into the details, it's not important, but overall some shit happened. I defended myself, and at the end I was like, nah, I'm cutting off all contact. Fuck it. What surprised me though was how some of my family members reacted to the situation. They said I was completely in the wrong, I was unjustified, I was bugging, even though I had receipts, and I'm just defending myself. Then they hit me with the classic, that's family though, just let it go, just some type of BS lines. Without really trying to understand how I felt or saw the situation. What stood out to me was this. When I asked him, did you press him or ask him these type of questions the same way that you're pressing me and asking me about? They all said no. And that said, wow, something is not adding up. I remember having a conversation with a really good friend of mine about it. And he explained it to me in a way that really stuck with me. He said they were pressing you and gaslighting you because they see you as younger. They see you as someone that they can easily sway or manipulate. And that's explained and summed up my entire experience is with these people in a few sentences. One of the few people who handled the situation differently was my youngest uncle. He came straight to my room and asked what happened. And he just listened without interrupting. He looked at all my receipts. He even said, Jaja. Then he told me he wasn't going to tell me how to think, how to feel, and that I was never wrong for standing up for myself. He reminded me that family won't always be ready to accept the work that you put into yourself. That conversation taught me a lot. He approached me man to man. He was neutral and without trying to sway my opinion, and he actually listened. My biggest takeaway is this. Some people from your past will never see the improved version of you. And that's okay. It's cool. You're not growing for them. You're getting ready for the opportunities ahead. If you can relate to this, let me know in the comments. We'll talk about it. I'm Brandon from Montego Let's Talk. Have a good day on purpose.